Hi, I'm Javier, and this is a special Good Mornings with Sleep Well. And with me today, I have Cynde Sagenkahn
Yes.
from Mind Body Fitness Yoga. And we recently had a Yoga for Sleep seminar. And Cynde was kind enough to be there with us for that. And I wanted to continue with an interview on all the interesting things that yoga does for you, both for your sleep, but also for stress relief and tension relief. And Cynde, welcome to our morning program.
Thank you.
Can you give me a little bit of background on, I know that you're licensed and I know you have a wonderful studio here in town, so let's start with that.
Okay, so I've been practicing yoga for 16 years.
Wow.
And of those 16 years, I've been teaching for 13.
Wow.
Yoga has changed my life. The first yoga class that I took 16 years ago was the last time I lifted a weight. And the reason being because in yoga you use your own body weight. You don't need a weight to be holding on to a weight. So the studio has been open, Mind Body Fitness Yoga has been open in Granada Center since 2012.
Wow, that,
And
really? Wow.
yeah, it's been a while. And we have 5 Yoga Alliance certified teachers. They've all gone through the 200-hour registered yoga teacher training or certified yoga teacher training. In January and February of this year, we did our first teacher training, so the studio became a registered yoga school.
Wow.
Yoga Alliance is the international governing body for yoga teachers all over the world. And all of our teachers have 200 hours. I have 500, so I took a total of 500 hours of training. And I also have over 2,500 hours of teaching.
Wow.
So you do have to have 30 hours of teaching every 3 years. CEC's continuing education.
Right.
So we have a great group of teachers. We have 7 classes, different styles, different times, different days, something for everybody.
Wow. See, I had no clue that there was that much certification behind it.
It's pretty amazing. It's not quite the same as a regular type certification that you'd have to have in a gym.
Like a fitness trainer doesn't have near that amount of certification.
So
Wow.
there's a lot involved. Although there are yoga teachers out there that have done weekend trainings, and I just really feel that the 200-hour Yoga Alliance is a way to do it right. So all of our teachers are certified.
Wow. So I know when we were talking this morning, to me, I thought yoga was more stretching. Well, I was joking with you yesterday. It's all about stretching, and I'm not a stretcher. I have issues, but you've described it as a lifestyle. Can you give us a little bit of background on that?
So I think that everybody that takes yoga finds that there's a different style that resonates with them.
Okay.
So it's not just about the stretching and flexibility piece of it, but it can be cardiovascular, it can be muscle strength and endurance where you're building your core. Whatever kind of yoga you're doing, the components fit into the lifestyle because it's so important that number one, that you're breathing, because you can go without food and water for a couple days, but you can't go without breathing.
Right.
So if you learn to breathe in a way that you're bringing the breath up from the belly instead of breathing from, right at the top of your chest or through your mouth, because in yoga you breathe through your nose, it's going to help you de-stress, relax. So that piece, as far as the breath work, is really important. But in combination with your lifestyle, it's really important to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. And there's nothing better than having a wonderful mattress. And I'll just say from here,
shameless plug.
Yeah. So the components of sleeping, which are huge, it's gonna prolong your life if you get enough rest, and exercise, and eating right. So all those pieces are part of enhancing your lifestyle.
Okay. Now, okay, so going with the yoga for sleep. Now, your description when we were talking before, your description was that the tension released and the breathing. Am I right?
So, the breath work is going to help release tension and stress regardless.
Okay.
Whether you're on the mat in class or whether you're off the mat and you're encountering a stressful situation or trying to go to sleep. So you can use that breath work by incorporating it into meditating when you're getting ready to sleep, or what's called Nidra, which Nidra, which literally translates as yogic sleep. And so it's just, there's guided meditations that you can use. So it's all, it's all encompassing to relax yourself so that you can get to sleep. And also one of the issues, of course, is maybe like myself, who I have no trouble getting to sleep, but I wake up in the middle of the night.
Right.
After 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I'm not done. I need to go back to sleep.
Right.
And sometimes, so again, a comfortable space, as well as incorporating some kind of breath work, which can be Nidra, which can be meditation, all are involved in the whole process.
So, okay. What gets me is there's people out there that don't know the importance of sleep, and they're the ones that'll take in their phone and they're going through social media or whatnot. And I know that just reading on the research that I read this morning, giving that up and doing the meditation right before bed is a wonderful thing. Can you give us a little bit of background on what that does for you?
So I think that any kind of electronic device is going to stimulate. And the idea for going to sleep is to relax,
right,
and to breathe so you can go to sleep. In yoga, we call it monkey mind. So your mind is just going, and when you start focusing on bringing your breath through your nostrils from the belly up and down and really focusing on your breath, you're not thinking about what you're going to eat next, what you have to do tomorrow. One of the things about breathing as well is that it keeps you in the present moment. When you're being mindful about your breath, you're not thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. So it's really helpful to focus on the present.
So almost like a mental distraction to calm you.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not so much distracting because all the other things are distracting.
Right.
So when you use your breath in a way to focus on, inhaling and exhaling, you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're focusing on your breath right now in a mindful way.
Wow, okay, all right. So, part of our thing that we just did with Good Mornings with Sleep Well, probably 2 episodes ago, was that exercise is actually bad for you right before sleep. But we're not, yoga in this fashion or in this way isn't an exercise,
So it depends
right?
what kind of yoga you're doing.
Okay.
I wouldn't take a vinyasa class at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock and try to go to sleep at 9:30.
Okay.
Because a vinyasa class is breath to movement, but it's very active and you're using muscle strength and endurance and cardiovascular. But there wouldn't be anything wrong with taking, like on Wednesday nights, we have a mindful stretching where you're using a lot of props, blocks, straps, blankets, bolsters, and almost all of it's on the floor. And you're doing deeper stretching. So something like that is going to really help enhance the process of getting home and going to sleep.
Relieving that tension,
And it
getting all
does,
out.
because you're breathing and you're also doing deeper stretching. So it doesn't mean that in a more active class you're not going to do deeper stretching, but it's going to be in combination with muscle strength and endurance.
Oh.
So you're combining muscle strength and endurance, flexibility, core work, all for doing things like improving circulation, increased strength, flexibility, pain relief, stress relief. So it just depends on what style. And we offer a lot of different choices at the studio as far as what you're looking for.
Yeah.
For an exercise program.
So, okay, so yeah. So it's important to notate that there is exercise program and then there's tension relief, but it's all the yoga lifestyle. It's all the
It is
relaxation
all
of
together.
it, right?
I mean, so there's
Okay.
all, there's just all of the different reasons: the stress relief, the pain relief, better breathing, flexibility, increased strength, weight management, improved circulation, cardiovascular, focusing on the present, and inner peace. All of those reasons are ways to incorporate into your new yogic lifestyle.
And see, I was fascinated when I first approached you to do the seminar. Now, after speaking with you a couple of times, I'm like, hey, this is something that's missing, because number one, you mentioned breathing, which is an issue for my running. I run, and it takes me, like I told you yesterday, it takes me about a mile to really warm up to the fact of, here I am going, and my breathing catches up or whatnot. I think that yoga could actually help me with focusing on that.
There's no question that
Wow.
you'll see these trained athletes, the Olympic athletes and whatnot, and I can almost guarantee you that they practice yoga. But as part of that yoga, which a lot of people don't realize, is the meditation, so that they can bring all of the components together to enhance their running game, their success at running.
How awesome! Okay.
So.
Now you mentioned an app when we first started, and I'm already in love with it. I haven't even tried it yet, but you want to talk a little bit about that?
So it's a free app called Insight, INSIGHT Timer,
Okay.
Insight Timer, and it's free.
Okay.
There are thousands of different meditations. There's meditations with just sound. There's guided meditations. They're all different times, different types that you can use at different times during the day. I listened to a morning one that just talks about affirmations and how to bring a really positive outlook into your day. There's ones where you can definitely utilize before you go to sleep. You can be lying in bed in a comfortable place so that it helps you to sleep, besides having a great mattress.
Shameless plug.
And there's just it's an amazing and it's not the only app out there.
Okay.
There's others. I just like the Insight Timer. Other people use different apps.
This is just awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to download it myself. So yeah, I'm really looking forward.
And
to
a couple things that you can really do when you're in bed, both before you go to sleep and when you get up in the morning, that I believe are really important yoga stretches. And one is just bringing your knees to your chest and drawing them so that you stretch your spine. And you can do that before you get out of bed, because a lot of times when you think about it, if you don't take your time getting out of bed, a lot of seniors could go ahead and just pop out of bed, get their feet on the floor, either get dizzy or not have the muscle straight there right then and there. And that could fall and hurt themselves. So that's a really important part, getting up, is making sure. So every morning when I get up, I take my knees to my chest, and then I also do just an easy twist, where you take one knee towards your chest, the other leg is lengthened, and you take it to the side, and you just stretch your spine.
Wow. Okay.
So I do that twist every single morning, swing my legs around, set my feet on the floor, and just make sure that I'm connected. Because a huge part of injury, whether you're a senior or not, is body awareness.
Right, and not paying attention to surrounding.
That's right. So one of the things that yoga teaches you is about body awareness. So once you start learning about what your body can do for you and can't do for you, you start incorporating that into, what am I putting in my mouth? What am I eating that I shouldn't be? How can all of those mindfulness meditations during your day help you to achieve a better quality of life?
Wow.
So there's things you can do on your mattress, just our simple yoga stretches, knees to chest in that twist.
And we're not talking more than a minute or two, right?
Barely.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
30 seconds or a minute, just depends on, because it feels good before you go to bed, and when you get up in the morning.
That's That's something I'm going to start implementing. It is, because I'm what you described. I'll hop out of bed, and it's fear of falling right back asleep. So doing that,
Yeah,
and then
it
just
wakes you
you're
up.
warming up. You're getting your heart rate started. So
You're
yeah.
just you're just bringing movement into your body. I truly believe that somehow we have to move every day. It doesn't matter whether you run or walk or do yoga or or bicycle. And when you say do yoga, for me, yes, I teach and I take in a studio setting because I find that it helps motivate me to be around other people that are practicing. There's a sense of community. There's no competition or judgment at the studio, so everybody is in a different place, and everybody is just doing what they can based upon how they feel for that day.
Okay.
It's not about what you did a couple days ago.
I think that's important that we address too. Let's bring the studio back into it. So you just mentioned there's no competition or whatnot, and I know that a lot of people have this fear of going into a yoga studio. Oh, it's my first time. I can't stretch. I can't do that. Me being one of those people. So describe the studio setting and describe your mission of the studio.
So I really believe that what we're trying to accomplish is affordable
Okay.
yoga
Okay.
that is for everybody. BODY. For
Okay.
everybody, no matter what your body looks like, no matter what age you are, what condition you're in, physically, mentally, emotionally, that you can come to the studio and feel like everybody there is there for the same reason. Any of those reasons. So that there isn't any competition. You're not, a lot of people practice with their eyes closed. You don't even know what your neighbor is doing. There might be one person that is in a full plank working on their core, and another person that has both knees down because they're not ready for that yet. So it's a mixed level opportunity for you to not feel the pressure of that competition that you might feel in a yoga studio in a big city, where everybody is dressed in really nice yoga clothes and and so it's not what the studio is about.
How awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a really safe place to learn about incorporating yoga into your lifestyle.
Oh, how awesome. And you mentioned community. Wow, okay.
Whether it's on or off the mat, because the idea is to take what you're learning about your body, because the teachers are just guides. You're your own teacher. So you know what you can do that day. Maybe you're tired and you don't want to do more. So you don't. Maybe the next day you have a lot of energy and you want to take the postures that we're working on towards the edge of the postures.
Oh, wow.
So there's just a lot of different things that are going on. Everybody's individual and treated that way at the studio.
Okay. And okay, so tell me about the classes. What times? Tell me what location. Give me a little bit more.
Okay, so we're located in the Granada Center, number 790. If you come in on either side of the Asian restaurant and just head straight back, or on the right-hand side, it's the second to last storefront on the west side of Granada. There's huge red letters that say yoga on it. And let's see, what else can I tell you? So pricing, the drop-in is $10 for a class, but we have a 10-class package that is $60, which means just $6 a class. It's pretty unheard of, yeah. It's good for 120 days. Unfortunately, because of our low prices, we can't take credit cards, so we take check or cash. Right now there are 7 classes. Monday, so most of them are evening. So Monday is a heated vinyasa at 5:30 p.m. Tuesday is a gentle flow 9 a.m. Tuesday evening is core and more 5 p.m. Wednesday's mindful stretching 5:30 p.m. Thursdays and Saturday are vinyasa flow. Thursday night is 5 p.m. and Saturday is 9 a.m. And then on Sunday, the teachers that graduated from the teacher training, rotate so that they all get the experience of teaching. You can't even tell that they're newer teachers.
Oh, how fun. Okay.
For a donation only flow, good for everybody.
So not only are you helping students, but you're helping teachers get their hours. That is fantastic.
Yes. So all the classes are 75, except Sunday is just 60. So we also, you can go to the website www.yogaalamogordo.com.
Okay.
Very simple to remember. It'll also guide you to the Facebook page, which is Mind, Body, Fitness Yoga.
Okay.
We have a Facebook page and it has a new events on it. We are going to have another teacher training in January and February of 2020. So just have to watch out on the Facebook page for more to come on that.
That way you have plenty of time to contact her. Yeah.
And so we have free classes occasionally. We have an open house on June 28th from 5 to 7. You can get information on the Facebook page for that. There's an event on there.
I'll put all the links on the bottom in the comment section, so that way you guys have access to that.
And it's just it's the only yoga studio in town, so we really pride ourselves on what we offer there, as far as that sense of community and being comfortable and knowing that you can walk in the door and not feel like you're going to be judged or there's any competition.
That's fantastic.
So.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you, Cynde, for joining
You're
us.
welcome.
Thank you for all the wonderful info.
You're welcome.
I'll be leaving the links, like I said, in the bottom in the comment section. If you have any questions for Cynde, please leave them in the comments, and I'll be getting with Cynde and let her know whatever. I do have one more question,
Yes.
and that is because I know that the studio isn't tremendously huge. Is there a need for reservation, or how do you know you have space?
You know what? It's just basically walk in.
Okay.
We always seem to manage somehow, no matter how many, and we fit up to 25 people in the space, and you're just more mat to mat, but it's just very comfortable, and we don't have any reservation system.
Awesome.
So just come on down.
Okay. And it's and one thing I do want to tell you is I've seen her students love the class. They always talk about how much they enjoy it. I also know that there's no like Cynde said, there's no competition. It's actually a community, because I've seen these people walk out of the studio and everybody's talking like they're best friends. So yeah, it's definitely something. And now I know I'm super interested in checking it out. So you'll probably be.
It's
seeing
a really good place, especially if you're new to town, if you're just a military family and looking for a place to practice, to come and meet like-minded people, to meet new people.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe below. And remember, when you sleep well, you live well. Have a great day.
Thank you.